Hello. Today I'm going to talk about another film from Wes Anderson. Um, also, it's yesterday was his birthday, so yeah, I guess happy belated birthday. As the time of watching this to Wes Anderson. And that film is Rushmore. Um, I think the reading the description on the back is probably the best thing. 10th grader Max Fisher, Jason Schwartzman, is a Rushmore Academy's most extracurricular student and its least scholarly. He faces expulsion and enters into unlikely friendships, both with a lovely first grade teacher, Olivia Williams, and a melancholy self made millionaire, Bill Murray, in an award winning performance. Set to a soundtrack of classic British invasion tunes, Rushmore defines characterization, capturing the pain and exuberance of adolescence with an emotional depth and cinematic panache. Also in the cast is Brian Cox, uh, Seymour Cazale, and Mason Gamble. Mason Gamble is would probably be best known for being Dennis the Menace in the 1993 film with Walter Matthau and Christopher Lloyd and Leah Thompson. Yeah. Well, those two were a bit Back to the Future together. Those last two. Just have a brain fart what her last name is. It's one of those. But Mason Gamble, his character is Dirk. He basically is Max's best friend and helps him with things. He does. Max does so many things. Like he's either founded a whole bunch of clubs, or does puts on a bunch of plays. Which that's actually how he got into the Rushmore Academy. Was he read a play in second grade, and that's how he got in. Um, yeah, Herman Bloom is who Bill Murray plays, and this is the first time he and Wes Anderson ever worked together. And as far as I'm aware, they have pretty much worked together on every Wes Anderson film, though for some of his newer movies I have not seen. So I did hear in one film he wasn't in, though I think for like a trailer or something. They filmed something with Bill Murray, so it's like in a way it's like that was like the trailer or an extra scene or something that they made just so Bill Murray could be a part of that film. I believe it was Asteroid City, but again, I have not seen that film. But yeah, this is a movie that this was one of the second films I got from in the Criterion Collection with Wes Anderson films. Because I believe I've mentioned before, if I have not, I meant to, but yeah, every few years after a brand new Wes Anderson film, his movies go to the Criterion Collection, and which is kind of good to know. This film was also co-written by Owen Wilson, who does not appear in this film, but his brother Luke does. Plays a doctor in a scene where, because Max is infatuated with Olivia Williams' character, Miss Cross, who is a widow. Husband passed away, and Max is infatuated with her, but she's not really interested in him because he's a student, and Mr. Bloom, um, who is the parent of Ronnie and Donnie Bloom, two guys who are basically on the wrestling team, and he thinks they're kind of dopes. um, he he likes Max, and the two have a very pretty interesting friendship. From the get go. I don't want to say too much because if you've never watched this film, I don't want to spoil it. But I do think that the back and also some of this is actually quite quite good. Um, Brian Cox plays Dr. Guggenheim, who was like basically in charge of Rushmore. And while he's like, you do a lot of great things here. From the various extracurriculars you either have founded or you're the president of, participate in, what have you. You do great there, but in terms of his studies, he's pretty bad, and so he'll likely be expelled if he does not bump up his grades. And so, yeah. But yeah, I haven't seen this in a while, and so yeah, it was really cool to rewatch this again. And Jason Schwartzman, if you don't know, he is Talia Shire's son, so he's Francis Ford Coppola's nephew and a cousin of Nicolas Cage. So yeah, and Schwartzman's been in a bunch of Wes Anderson films also, and it's kind of cool to see like directors who often put people in their same people in various parts. Supporting, lead, minor, what have you. It's really cool to see some of the people keep appearing, and of course, Bill Murray from this point on is essentially a mainstay with Wes Anderson films, and yeah, that's really all I wanted to really say because it's that. Oh, also I kind of wanted to show this outside of the typical kind of you know the chapters and cast and crew and all that stuff, and a little essay which is like this. Some of the essays, the way that they come are quite interesting. Some are kind of normal and typical, but then can't say on the whether or not they have this happen on the DVD or not. But this is kind of a cool thing that they have, and the role of Max Fisher, a map of Rushmore. There's kind of all this stuff here. Max's father is a barber, though he does lie to people and say he was a neurosurgeon because I guess his father being having his own barber shop, that's quite embarrassing. Whereas many of the kids there, their families are wealthy, and if they can't, and if their parents cannot afford, like the tuition to go to this preparatory school, their kids are very smart, and that's how they're able to obviously, they as long as their grades are up, they get to be in the school. But but yeah, that's Rushmore, and I hope this was of interest to you. If you've never watched it, I think it'd be cool to give it a watch. Pretty sure the Criterion Channel has this. Some of the special features here are really cool. It has commentary, obviously, which is pretty much a staple. It has the making of Rushmore, exclusive behind-the-scenes documentary, Max Fisher Players present theatrical adaptations of Armageddon Out of Sight and The Truman Show, staged for the 1999 Movie Awards. Episode of Charlie Rose with Wes Anderson and Bill Murray. Additional footage, Anderson's hand-drawn storyboards, plus a film-to-storyboard comparison, and a theatrical trailer, as well as a collectible poster and essay of the film, or essay by a film critic, Dave Carr. But yeah, this film came out in 1998, and Bill Murray won various awards, and I think he should have been nominated for an Oscar. This may not have been his best performance, but I think it's worth at least some consideration by some of the major awards like the Academy. Got nominated for a Golden Globe, but didn't win for Best Supporting Actor. But that's really all I have to say. And if you've watched this film, what do you think? Is it good, bad? You indifferent on it? You can let me know in the comments if you want, and I hope all of you are doing well. Please have a great day, have a great weekend, and have a great week that's coming up. We're in May now, so hopefully it'll be really good and not so cloudy and rainy. I'll see you all next time. Please take care.